Hey,
Hello, Ryder.
how's the face wound?
I think my scar will be impressive.
A centimeter to the right and, well, let's not think about it.
Aksul was always a terrible shot.
Well, shit. Wouldn't have worried so much if you told me that before.
Can you stay and talk some more?
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
This is actually a noteworthy detail. Is that face scar possible? Look at Jaw real quick. What stance? I'll give it a slight bit of plausible deniability, maybe? If he was standing with his head pointing to the side, as far as possible, maybe you could get that face scar, but like, not only is it almost impossible to shoot somebody in the head without causing ridiculous, impossible damage, although we are talking about particle weapons that might have different rules, he's got this gargantuan fin right here, which is like how would you skim his cheek perfectly but cause no damage of any kind to this entire area? It's a real projectile designed to kill people, right? Like, if it's a little skimmy thing, then it would be like, oh, like, what is it, like a paintball? Like, oh, it's a welt? Like, if did his cheek absorb the entirety of the impact and then the shot went away? Because that seems unlikely. But if it skimmed his cheek and went past it, it would have gone into this other weird part of his body. Because this is the type of weird trick you can pull in super ridiculous anime scenarios, basically, on humans. But if you make a crazy, weird shark thing monster guy that has super crazy, weird dorsal-looking fin. I don't know what to call these things, to be honest. But he's got these weird, like, Twi'lek-looking, like, neck flap things, which you acknowledge here because he already has a scar on one of them on the other side. You acknowledge that this is like a thing that can get damaged, but then he takes cheek damage here, and takes no damage there. And look how fleshy that shit is. It looks kind of important, like it would be in trouble if it took serious damage or something. But somehow he takes little scrape, and that doesn't hit that giant fleshy bit directly behind it. And I don't think that's... I don't know, I could review the cutscene and take a real close look at it or something maybe, but I feel like that isn't possible at all.
Ryder, what a victory! Now that we know where Meridian is, the Archon's downfall begins.
A victory feels good, and there's more to come.
You have a good team here, Ryder.
Yeah, seems to be working out okay.
If you'd like, I can provide crew training about embracing emotions.
Oh, okay, I'll think about that.
Okay, let me know.
I'll see you later, Jal.
Stay strong and clear.
I could provide crew training about embracing emotions. Lexi and Drac are currently together. That's curious. In theory, I like the idea that Jaw got a facial scar while standing down to a literal terrorist in order to win the hearts and minds of his people. Like, that was a good scene that happened for good reasons. The Jaw scene, it's just, I question the logistics of the scar itself. It's almost like they could have made him hit that other side not scarred, and then made the cheek scar be on the side that the giant scar comes onto, and have both of them happen at the same time, and it'd be... yeah, that'd be better. He's scarred when you find him in the first place, but you could have made him scarred by Aksul's gunshot, and it'd be that big blown out side that he has, and it'd actually be more emotional, probably, because it's like, wow, look how much he, like... look how far he was willing to go in order to do what he did there. Like, it would be like how Garrus has those big facial scars for 2 of the 3 games because of what happens with the end of his Archangel career.
Move your arm again?
Readings won't change, Doc.
Your prosthetics are syncing properly. Your neuropathy-induced pain levels are consistent.
Hey, I'm used to it. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. You keep fighting smart, you hear me? You don't have much left in terms of organ redundancies.
Nah, it's fine. I don't mind.
What's all this about?
Follow-up scans. I keep a close eye on him.
What do you mean?
He's fine, just old and missing too many parts. And too stubborn for his own good.
You love me just the way I am, Doc.
Don't get off that table until the scan is done.
Can I ask what happened?
Arm, side, hip, part of my leg. Strain balancing threading across my spine. It's all prosthetics and implants.
That's a lot.
Made it through the Krogan rebellions. Watched my culture disintegrate. Survived centuries as a merc and all sorts of pirate shenanigans. 1,000 years of combat experience. All it took was one idiot with a pack of frag grenades.
But you're here, still standing. You survived.
Yeah, but surviving ain't always living. I hit some dark moments. Implant rejection after implant rejection. Prosthetics not syncing properly. Everything hurt. A lot. All the time. No purpose to anything.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. I fell right into that pit. Almost. But then some shaman shows up, drops the tiniest little baby girl in my lap. This one's dying, he said. Not worth the trouble, he says. Useless is what he meant.
That's awful.
It's practical. Krogan gave me a purpose again. Wasn't just about me anymore, so I got help. Learned how to take care of myself, take care of her, and she took care of me.
You found a way to live again.
We sure did. Wasn't easy on either of us. I'm old, stuck in my ways, and Cash has wanted to change everything since she could talk. Raising Cash taught me an important lesson.
What was it?
Took me a while to figure it out, but it's important. Parents aren't meant to be a goal or a finish line. We're the starting line. Where you go from there, it's all you. Remember that.
Okay, literally everything about that scene was good. Everything about that scene, from front to back, is good. It's a great scene for Lexi. It's a great scene for Drac. It's really sympathetic for both of them. You can tell that Lexi really cares about what happens to Drac, and you get a good state about who Drac is as a person, what they've gone through, and how they care about Kesh, and what's been going on with their lives and everything. Huge backstory dump, huge moments about context about who they are as a person. Only real downfall is total lack of facial expressions for the entire cutscene, but we're just used to that at this point in this game, because that's horribly broken forever and not coming back. God damn, this could have been such a good game. Imagine a game where that scene and Liam's mission and stuff like that all fits together meaningfully, and you basically, I guess you get Guardians of the Galaxy, the game, essentially, because Liam's mission was like a Guardians of the Galaxy style action scenario with silly hijinks, but then like the Drac scene was just now was like the emotional moment of like the equivalent of like when Rocket's breaking down at the bar in the first movie, or really a large chunk of the second movie for a lot of the characters. Like, that's Ah, this could have been so good. God damn it.
Yes?
I saw another memory that Dad locked away the day my mom died.
I'm sorry, Ryder.
We each have our reasons for coming here. Mom was his. Her death fueled him.
Grief can be a powerful motivator.
If you can't run from it, use it. Guess that's what he did. I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me. Feeling okay?
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
It's weird. Like, there's such a highlight as to, like, the reason we're here and why our dad was here was because of grief. But there's so little evidence of grief from the protagonist allowed, and I can't even choose to be showing signs of grief. Like, it's not even a character trait I can exhibit. Despite the fact that, like, my mom's dead, everything's been going wrong around me, the entire galaxy seemingly depends on me as a single person, my sister is in a coma and possibly forever at this rate, and because Jesus Christ, I really thought she was going to wake up like 1/3 of the way into the game, not like never, but apparently never. I customized that character for a while. I might have spent more time on her than the main character. Probably mainly because there's more options for the girls in every single one of these games, for some reason. And on top of that, my dad's dead. No big deal. And my character just doesn't... He's so aloof. It never seems to bother him. And he never breaks down with anyone. You can't choose to.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
Sure, what do you need?
I kept thinking about Sarissa and my not being a Pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
Well, it sounds like I'm gonna grab Cora and Liam and go to Eos. Alright. It's efficient at least to have it be on the same place. Comparative Religious Study Meetup. We did these on the Nexus, and they're always fun and interesting. Bring your own text to study, or just come listen to others discuss theirs. Sign up below so we have a rotation for coffee. Suvi. Jal, Callow. Signed to signed. So Jal, Callow, and Suvi are all going to have religious discussions. Huh, interesting. So that's our two helmsmen and Jal. So human, Solarian, and Angara religious studies comparison. Angaran word of the day, Vesagara. Vesagara, uprooted people, used to speak impolitely of those of the Milky Way. Say, Vesagara. Gara. I don't know. It's spelled out to help me pronounce it, but I still don't know if it's Gara or Gara, honestly. Not as bad as it could be, spelled like it's sneered. It is used mostly by Roakar, to be fair. One doesn't get more uprooted than being a galaxy away. Is it Vesagara or Vesagara? I love that. Literally, I was in the middle of like, I don't know, that didn't actually help me pronounce it, and then Suvi was like, yeah, that didn't help me pronounce it. I'm like, okay. Credit where credit's due, game. The part where the pronunciation guide didn't help was literally acknowledged by the pronunciation guide. Good detail. I think we've met with everyone here. Should I try talking to Sam? Does he have more jokes or something? It always feels weird to try to talk to him here because he has another location I also go to.
Hello, Ryder. Your choice aboard the Solarian Ark was not an easy one. Your father approached such moral quandaries differently.
Dad was used to making snap life or death decisions.
I now know that colored his perceptions. Alec treated death as a problem to be solved. I have now encountered it several times. His death, and your own.
And what have you learned about dying from us?
The self is forged by experiences. Death is the only experience that ends the self before it's understood. So, is death completion? Or an expression cut short before it reaches its full solution? Giving a different answer. I can see why it fascinates you.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
Why is it so hard to find a good steak?
I don't know, Sam.
Because it's a rare, medium, well done.
What? Maybe it almost worked, I'm not sure. I think that was supposed to not make sense, but they just started saying all of the words of what steak is and then used it as a sentence. Probably decent writing as far as, like, an AI trying to just understand jokes goes. I'm curious. So, I abandoned the Krogan scouts to save a Solarian Pathfinder, which is a super high-ranking soldier character, really important to the entire initiative. Sam says that my father would have handled things differently, and then my character says that, yeah, he's a soldier. He would have handled things differently by sacrificing the high-ranking character to get some scouts? Would he? It seems like he would have gone after the... It seems like the soldier move would still be to go for the high-ranking official character and get them off safely. It's like the call between having a bunch of people fight and potentially die versus sacrificing the entire council in the first game. Like, isn't soldier protocol to save the council? Or in this case, the Pathfinders? At the cost of scouts? Seems like I feel like the father would have made the same move based on that characterization. Now that we have a ton to go on.
How are those jokes coming, Sam?
I am formulating a new one.
Thanks, Sam. Nothing more.
How's our collection going along? Whoa, that's a lot of empty space. Oh. Oh yeah, my pet's over there. I've got a little mech down there. Got a cruiser, a few other things. A lot of spare space on these shelves, though. I must have screwed up. Message from New Tachanka. Holy crap. I have these many emails? How did I miss all of these? How did I miss all of these? Exactly. Oh, maybe they all got triggered by me doing that one story mission, as I just get flooded with 1 billion emails now? Message from New Tachanka, troubling Ket activity. From Nakmor Clan to Ryder, Pathfinder. Nakmor scouts recently returned with a troubling report. 2 Ket ships crashed on a plateau on Eladin after taking damage flying through the Scourge. One scout swears she saw one of the ships firing upon the other as they went down, but we were unable to verify this claim. If there are survivors from this crash, the desert will quickly claim their lives. However, we believe the circumstances surrounding the crash unusual enough to warrant bringing to the attention of the Pathfinder. Nakmor Clan of New Tachanka. Alright. Wisdom from Moshai Sefa. If you intend to fight the Ket, you should understand that enemy as we do. There are still a few of us who remember what it was like when the Ket first came, and how our lives changed once we discovered their true intentions. Learn what our elders have to teach you. I've told them you're coming, and given you the means of finding them on Aya. With respect, Moshai Sefa. Carrie's in trouble. From Hakim Barakat. Ryder, I'm Carrie's producer for the documentary. Something's happened. Come by when you're on Nexus next. We should talk. Looks like this game's not going to end so quickly then, and might go down kicking and screaming. I thought we were like in the last maybe 3 hours even, but looks like there's going to be a whole new wave of quests. From Cora. Reports from the Archon's flagship sounded pretty harsh. Hope you're doing okay. Something that gets me. When I can stop thinking about what happened to the Solarians and the Krogan is all those remnant artifacts the Archon had. This isn't just a mission for him, it's an obsession. I've fought people like that before, who only have one thought in their heads that burns everything else away. They get very dangerous very fast. Watch your back, Cora. From Gil. The Angara have a bar, where PB got tipsy, she's a flirt, even alert, but sauced, she's a pixie. 60 hours straight keeping your ship afloat, does it show? Gil. You okay? From Liam. Just putting this out there, had a friend in Hustle, Dondi. We were clearing a hospital after an earthquake and she got hit with a chunk of rebar. Split her helmet, kept going. 4 minutes, technically dead, but we got her into emergency stasis. Thing is, because they're so good at patching people up, she was back with us in a week. And she shouldn't have been. Sure, Dondi's a vet. She'd seen some shit, but you don't walk that off. She worked that Quake site for a week, then disappeared for 5 months. She came back, but different. The other vets, they knew. Take time if you need it. You don't die and just shake it off. Costa. Angaran guns from Drac. Man, Ryder, I thought I knew guns, but this Angaran shit, they really know how to make things to point and shoot. Was eyeing a couple on Aya when we were there. A sidearm called a Zephyr, and a sniper rifle, Ishare, I think they called it. Looked fancy. But I guess even their shivs are fancy. I have an Ishare. I've used that. Glad we found aliens who know how to fight. Not sure how I would feel if Andromeda was nothing but Pyjax or, Elcor. I'll take Ket over those chumps. Drac. But what about Volus? Why can't we have Volus? Lexi. Stress-relieving hobbies. Ryder, I've encouraged all crew members to take up stress-relieving hobbies. Everyone, especially you, is under a lot of pressure. While taking up knitting may seem a waste of time, such activities release endorphins that clear clutter from our brains so we can solve tough problems and make better decisions. You don't have to choose any of the activities below, but I thought they might jog some ideas. Gardening, reading, knitting or crocheting, coloring or painting, journaling. I'm always here to talk if you need me. Communication from Jal. I'm writing to let you know that I've been receiving lots of messages of congratulations from Resistance members who've heard of our victory against the Archon. It's not common knowledge, but it's hard to keep good news like that from spreading. We are a hopeful people who are granted new hope. Imagine the excitement when we conquer Meridian and heal the cluster for all our people. Some nights I can't sleep because I'm dreaming of it. Jal. A communication concerning movies. From Jal. Ryder Liam's talking about a movie night, but when he explained, it sounded lacking, at least compared to Angaran vids. Perhaps I can add what's missing. Come talk with me. That's the follow-up from before. I had briefly had a panic that this separate email terminal had different emails, but it's just that every single part of the game was simultaneously waiting for me to do that one quest, and so the moment I did that one quest, I get flooded with notifications. It's happened a few times now. Hey little guy, how you doing? Probably not the entirely ideal solution to queue the emails quite that way. Oh yeah, this is just a review of the screen. Yep, 100% progress according to that metric. Are those my only models? These ones? Really? I really felt like I collected more. I thought they were maybe somewhere else in the room and there was just tons of collectibles, but that's all of them. That's it? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? If you count that mech down there? Huh. I just thought I had way more than that for some reason. Not that it matters too much. So where did Drac relocate to? Because he's likely to have more to talk about. That's Cora. Lexi. Petra. Drac. He's hanging out with Liam, it looks like. Yep. Might get some dialogue out of that, too. Looks like Jal also moved upstairs. Multiple characters moving upstairs. What you guys
Pathfinder,
doing?
You have new email.
Do I really have new email? Let's go check. Wow, there's a lot of weird...
I hope the Solarians find their place on the Nexus.
We came to Andromeda because we had a contribution to make. The cat won't take that away.
That was a weird sudden rush of emails, and some of them had X's? Was that indicating that I'd somehow failed to read emails somehow? Oh, look, there's more. Holy crap. From Jal, meet my true mother. Ryder, I've been telling my family about you and my time on the Tempest. I'd love for you to meet them and see where I grew up. My true mother, Sahuna, is especially interested in meeting you. Next time we're on Havarl, let's stop by. Jal. Come meet Jill, from Gil. Hey, next time we're on Eos, I'm meeting up with my buddy, Jill. She'd love to meet you, and I'd kind of said you'd make an appearance, so, don't make a liar out of me. Alright, and a lot of reasons to go back to Eos, and they're all mostly fun reasons. Party reasons, meet up with some people. Whoa, oh god, what is happening with that? Whoa, weird graphical glitch. Whoa, it's all over the place. Get me out of here. Ah. And we don't know what Cora's project is that well, but the other two people want me to go there for party reasons, I think. Hey, Drac.
Now is not a good time to be talking to me, Pathfinder.
Drac, listen.
Why? Your actions told me everything I need to know. Now walk away and give me time to calm down before I do something we'll both regret.
I'm sorry. I'm just... sorry.
Go.
Oh, he's still really angry. Kind of sequence broke that stuff then, didn't they? Whoops. Because earlier he was all personal and opening up to me about his amazing backstory and like having an emotional moment, and I was like, "You get the fuck away from me, Ryder, I know what you did." And I'm like, oh, huh. Whoopsie. Like, maybe they should have stalled that one special cutscene from happening in this exact moment where it interrupts the actual flow of how our interactions are working.
Waiting on that trip to Prodromos, Pathfinder.
Yeah, I don't know why I expected anything from Liam. We just talked. Whoops. I think it's just his proximity to Drac made me think that we'd have an interaction. My bad. Hey, Peebee.
Hey, Peebee.
Hold that thought. Sit tight. I'll be right back. Hello. Don't worry. I'm not springing anything terrible on you. Actually, you be the judge. So, you and your team are like a fungus, you know? You look and smell funny and you grow in the weirdest places. And somehow, you found root in my... oh, it's so corny to say. In my heart. Ugh. I'm recording this so when I get antsy, and believe me, I will, just sit my ass down and play it. Shut-Peebee-Up-Free card. Now, if there's anything you'd like to preserve for posterity, say it at the beep. Oh, and then join me in the meeting room. Beep.
Let's just see what the fuck happens if I do make the worst decision and, progress with two characters at once.
So, the reason I wanted to talk to you all...
Uh-oh. Did you mutiny and jettison, Ryder?
No such luck. He just showed up.
She did ambush me, but I survived.
No harm, no foul, huh? I just want to say, whether you all know it or not, I've had one foot out the door since I got here. And, well, that's gonna stop. I'm proud and happy to be part of this team. This family. That's really it.
Okay.
About time you caught up, kid.
Yeah, you're one of us, whether you like it or not.
Well, great. So, my place is an utter mess. Who wants to help me clean it up?
Think I left the stove on.
I'm making ice.
It's an Angaran holiday.
Reports don't file themselves.
Helping Liam make ice.
But...
Peebee, I want to be with you. Only you.
Whoa! They really did give, like, a lot of the attention to Peebee in this game. She has so many scenes for developing her personality and stuff over the course of the game. Huh. Yeah, she seems like the clear favorite, almost to the point of being like the, I mean, like, for the development staff and the writing staff, not specifically audience, necessarily. She's the center of all the controversy of, apparently, people say BioWare makes women ugly because SJW? Jesus Christ, the internet's demented. It's fucking... no, everyone looks kind of fucked in this game.
Hey, are you okay? I shudder to think what the Archon meant to do with you. I heard you had to die to get out of a trap. I think of myself as daring and death-defying, but you?
You are daring. I had upped my game.
Well, you win. Jackass. Just don't get yourself exalted, okay? That asshole means to ketify us all.
Can't let that happen.
But he's close. He's almost figured out Krogan. It's the scariest thing. Ugh. Let's talk about something else, okay?
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
And just to double check real quick.
Yes, whatever it is.
Nope.
Thanks for chatting. We'll talk again later.
You know it.
That was a weird effect. Yeah, when it's changing camera angles, every single shadow gets weirdly severe for like a split second. What is that? So I think I'm noticing something that happens in Andromeda specifically, and it might be if the PC specific thing. It might be a memory leak issue or something? I don't know tons about coding, so I don't know what caused this kind of thing, but we're getting these lighting problems, and those shadows are freaking out when I talk to her. And we've had previous weird visual glitches in the past. But right now, at the time, I thought maybe my computer was overheating, but it's not a hot day, and my fans aren't going any higher, and like there's no indication of the computer overheating right now. So that's not what it is. So I think that just having a long session with this game leads to like resource management issues, which is whenever that happens, people usually call it a memory leak. So I'm kind of just parroting that without fully understanding exactly what the terminology means, to be completely honest. But yeah, I wonder if like every 2 hours or so you need to sort of reboot this game on PC, or it starts just getting problematic. Because the weirdest things are happening, and I imagine that if I went to Vold right now, I would get that thing again where a bunch of squares show up all over the floor, and it's like playing Minecraft weirdly. I don't know, only time will tell.